Erica Marks. I don't know if I got a chance to introduce myself earlier this week, but I'm the Youth Outreach and Programming Coordinator downtown at the main library. So far we have had an eventful week, right? What you guys say?
Yes.
Okay. So we have some special guests, right? So this week, our featured branch, the highlight, all the lights, the bright lights are on East 131st branch. So we're working with students in their branch, and we have special guests from Israel, right?
Yes.
Okay, so really quick, let's just go around, everybody introduce themselves and say where we're from.
Hi, my name is Brittany. I'm from Cleveland.
Hi, my name is Tomer. I'm from Beit She'an, Israel.
Hi, my name is Amari. I'm from Cleveland also.
Hello, my name is Noam, and I'm also from Beit She'an, Israel.
Hi, my name is Chris. I'm from Ohio.
Hi, my name is Zaire, and I'm from Cleveland.
Hey, my name is Jane. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
I'm Jane. I'm from Cleveland.
Okay, so Israel is like how far away from here? How long did it take you to get here?
About 16 hours of flight and like waiting in the airports, about 20 hours.
That's a long time.
That's a whole long time.
So so even though Israel is so far away from Cleveland, like when you got here, tell me, do you feel like it's some similarities in like between Cleveland and Beit She'an?
Yeah, of course. Like there's the library here, which has the same energy as much as we have. Like the same, it's same programs. It's very similar to what we do in our library.
The energy and the children here it's really nice to see. There are some similarities around specific people here, like between them and us over there. So that's really nice to see. It's like coming back home.
Okay, so now I'm going to pass it off to the youth here at the East 131st branch. So I want you guys to ask your guests some questions. Tomer and Noam, ask them how it is in their community. You know, what kind of social media? I know some kids use Snapchat, some people only use Instagram. Are you guys on Facebook? Is that?
We don't do Facebook.
Okay, so y'all don't do Facebook.
All right.
Okay, so who wants to start?
Me.
Sure.
Go ahead.
So my question is, in Israel, is it hot or cold? Like, do it get cold out there?
Like cold. What does that mean?
Like does it get cold? Like, do you guys have to wear coats and jackets?
Okay, so in general, it's a very hot place. It's near the desert. We have a desert in Israel. So in Beit She'an specifically, it's a very, very hot place.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What do y'all do when it's very, very hot?
Just regular, going to school, like regular routine.
Yep. Probably carry around some clothes in our bag so we can change meanwhile. Yeah.
So when it's hot here, like when we have very, very hot days, do your schools here, do they stay open or do they close?
They stay open. If we don't have air conditioner, they close.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes they still be open though. The stuff.
Okay.
Can I have a question?
Good. This is your
ahead.
opportunity.
How long have y'all been working at your library in Beit She'an?
I've been volunteering for 6.5 years. And
no, I was this is my 3rd year. Yeah.
Okay, so I heard a difference here. I heard you use the word work, and I heard them respond and use the word volunteer.
Right.
So tell us why you guys are here in Cleveland and what you want us to start doing in our libraries.
Okay, so our main point of this delegation to Cleveland was to see if there are any similarities around Beit She'an's library volunteering model and around here. And we, after observing and seeing all of the children working around very beautifully here, by the way, yeah, I can definitely say that our model could fit in here, and the purpose of our delegation was to teach children and staff of libraries here our model and how it works and what we do there, and hopefully get it here and try to start it around in Cleveland's libraries. Yep.
I don't have anything to add.
Okay. All right.
Great.
Well, that was good. So do you guys, tell me, do you think that this is something that you could do here at your library? Do you think you could possibly run the branch, create programs, and then tell us like what you would need to do that?
Yes. So like we might need a little bit of help.
Okay.
If, like for our first time starting and stuff like that. But so far we've been, you know, doing like little programs and stuff.
What kind of programs? Elaborate for me.
Like sometimes like on certain days, like Thursdays, we have like a art day. Like we be creating stuff out of tape or making like paper things or like things, bookmarks and stuff like that. You know, little creative stuff.
Okay.
Great.
Like on certain days, we have activities, and then the staff that work here actually help us with our activities that we do.
Okay. So do you guys think that you can lead the other youth here in the branch and in the community to do programs? Like without the staff's help, could you do it yourself?
Yes.
It's possible in a way.
Okay.
Elaborate.
Great answer.
Sounds intriguing.
It's possible in a way because like everybody not gonna just constantly stay and just do it. Some people gonna start it, some people just gonna leave.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, that's possible in a way.
So can you guys elaborate on that? What he just said. He said some people stay and some people leave. Do you see that challenge in Beit She'an?
Yeah, we see it like every year we have the interviews days, and which we normally accept about 25 volunteers to come. But on the first like 2 months, most of them are leaving. But we need like only the one who ready to be part of a change in the world, in the thinking.
Yep. We start like having interviews at the start of the year, and we gather volunteers from around schools in Beit She'an. And after the interviews, we have like a list of, as Tomer said, about 25 to 30 people, and we send them like a message if they got in or not. And those that do get in, there's like a dropout percentage. So there's somewhat like 10%, 15% of them fall out, and that's fine. We understand and we get it. Some people are just not
The right
fit.
type for the
Exactly. Some are just not fit for the library's volunteering.
So you actually interview your volunteers?
Yeah.
Okay.
Every year.
So do you guys think you could interview interview other youth here to volunteer at the library and kind of get a feel of like who would be good for this program and who wouldn't be good for the program?
Like we can try to ask them like what type of programs would they be interested in, like what they like to do and stuff like that, so we can know like where to put them in certain things.
That's
Great
exactly
idea.
what we do in our interviews. Yeah.
Great idea.
So do you guys have any tips on what's some tips that they can use when trying to recruit more youth for this program?
Well, first try to see people as people. Just have this kind of mindset that you're looking for people who volunteer. So ask just general questions like what are your talents, what do you like to do after school, stuff like that.
Do you have time to come?
Yeah, exactly. What type of just trivial questions that will tell you if someone is fit for your volunteering program, and then just pick them out. Yeah,
and like see how he's behaved during the interview. If he's like disrespect you, so don't let him be. Just don't.
There are some clear signs like body language.
Yeah, like chewing his gum during the interview, or using the phone or something like that.
So you want your like volunteers like to be presentable when you interview them?
Yeah.
For example, I can share that. I'll just want to mention her name. Was a girl who got into the interview with just looking down and having her phone stuck to her face, and we just, that seems like a great sign that she might not be as serious, or she might even disrespect us, and that it came around.
Okay. Okay, so my last question for this particular segment, what are some questions the future leaders of East 131, that's why I'm looking around because I'm thinking about you guys, does anybody have one last question on this subject that they would want to ask in terms of, as future leaders of your branch, what do you want to ask the Beit She'an youth about their volunteer program?
Do y'all get paid?
No.
No, volunteering
It's
work
volunteering.
only. Yeah.
But that's a good question, right?
Yeah,
because
that
sometimes
is.
you do so much, you might say, "Oh, I need to get paid for this."
Yeah.
But they do it. They volunteer. So, well, thank you guys, and we are going to be back in just a few minutes.
All right.
Okay, so we are back, and so we know kids. I shouldn't say kids. I should say youth, teens. I apologize. You guys are all over social media. Parents are on social media now.
Aunties, grandparents.
Everybody is on social media.
Everyone.
So what are the popular social media sites amongst you all?
Okay,
Snapchat.
Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter.
No.
No,
be on Twitter.
Listen. Everybody's starting to go back to Twitter because they said they be posting funny stuff, so everybody be looking at funny stuff on Twitter. Other than that, the main ones is Instagram and Snapchat. And then for the older people, like
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. I'm looking at a couple people be on Facebook like this. Anyway, but yeah, Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
I mean,
That's for the youth, and Facebook is like for the old people. So
Yes.
I'm still on Facebook, so I guess I'm
Yes,
old.
you
No,
is old.
you're
Oh,
there it goes.
It's your old.
Very
Don't look old.
Okay, I heard somebody say Kick.
Nobody's not that popular no more.
Okay, let me tell you where Kick come from. Kick
That
is
was
like,
like
you know how people
2016.
do group chats, right? Kick is like this app. You just like connect with all your friends, but it's through a group chat. You can't post nothing or anything like that. Maybe you could change your profile picture, but that's about it. But it's just like literally a texting app.
Okay.
And you can video call people. That's it.
Oh.
Don't nobody really
That's why
get
don't
on
nobody use it no more. Like it was really popular when I was in about 4th, 5th grade.
Okay.
Yeah, it was very, very popular, but it's not no more.
Okay.
Instagram took over that.
So what are some of the issues with social media?
Cyberbullying.
But we gotta stay on topic.
Can you
though.
elaborate on that?
Yeah, stay on topic. It'll be bullying.
Negative.
These days,
Negative stuff
people.
like fighting. A lot of fighting. I mean, a lot of fighting. I see girls get dragged like every 5 minutes.
Do you guys see that in Israel on social media? Like, is it any violence attached to it?
Yeah, we see it, but
all
it's
over the world.
Okay.
but we don't see like much of it. It's sort of uncommon.
No, it's very common. Just maybe.
I don't usually see any fights.
Yeah, you don't see it because you're not friends with them, but you see it like on the news and something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the news websites have an Instagram account, so they post stuff like this usually. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Nah, Cleveland, I can't say for Israel, but Cleveland,
That's a whole
that's
different
something that you
story.
gonna see. I'm telling you, like every couple of minutes.
Every time
Really?
you scroll.
Every
time you
hour.
scroll.
Every time we scroll through our timeline, all you
It's a
see is fights,
They about to run.
when fights.
Or so one thing I asked my cheerleaders, I saw a video the other day on the news, and it just made me so sad, right? And everybody, like, sometimes when there's violence or people see things, they just stand there and they record.
Yeah.
So I asked my cheerleaders, are you going to be an upstander or are you going to be a bystander?
Like, you mean by that, like when somebody recording, they just go to watch and not go to help.
Yeah.
What I usually do, I'll be like, they
I will break
fighting.
up the fight and not just sit there just watch it. Like that's not. You're not supposed to see nobody fight. You are sisters and brothers in God's way.
Yeah, and people also can get killed over fighting and stuff, and who said what and who recorded this and don't post me, and it's a lot of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it caused not even fighting, but it caused more than just that though. Like
Just
more
like
deeper in violence.
Yeah.
with that one little girl, and they jumped her after school, and she ended up dying from the concussion.
Wow. Or like
So
that
how-
one girl that was fighting in the bathroom. She had hit her head on the sink.
And she actually died.
That's terrible.
Wow.
So how can we use social media to better our community? How can we use social media in the library?
Okay, so with the library, like we can use things like when we do like certain programs that got something to do with the community, like we can use it and post it, and maybe some people would be interested and be like, oh, okay, this is on this such and such day. How about we go to the library this weekend? And some people want to try something different, like everybody be going to the park and stuff. Maybe come to the library, try something different.
Right. So I think making like campaign videos and stuff like that, like if you have programs, like really large projects, you can make like a short video of like 30 minutes or a minute. 30 seconds or a minute, and just present like what you guys do. And if it's something to better the community, then you can have like an actual text read throughout the video, stuff like that, like showing pictures from around the library, what you guys will do, stuff like this.
We can do, like if we do giveaways and stuff like that.
Right,
that
that's a
will
big
definitely
one.
bring a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Like people that have needs and stuff, like maybe we pass out some food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, because a lot of people like churches be having like
Food drive.
yeah, like food banks and stuff like that. You know, give back and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
then like
Right.
things like that in our library. We actually a few months ago organized our first or third food market, which is like every people in the community bring food, like his own food from where it came from, and then we sell it, and everything to go to the people with needs or the cancers.
Right.
That's cool.
And just generally over at our library, Iran, our manager, usually works with the volunteers to make like posters for programs. So say that at the food market Tomer was mentioning, we had like an actual image that was printed, and we posted it around our library. And we do post these kind of stuff around in our Instagram and Facebook, and just send it around people of Beit She'an. So that's, I guess, how you get to know the library better.
So does it help boost your attendance?
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
So future leaders of, I shouldn't say future, because you all are leaders of your branch right now, and that's why you guys are here today, right? So if you guys promoted programs, or let's say you planned a night out for the community, do you think using social media would help bring your friends in?
Yeah, because it can bring more people's attention, and like depending on what the topic is about, more people might be interested in doing it.
Okay, now let me ask you a good question here. What social media site would you use?
I use Facebook.
I use both because listen, even though Instagram is Instagram brings like more people attention that's like around our age, and then like we said, Facebook is for old people.
Okay.
So and then like with Facebook, it'll bring older people attention, like 'cause you know they got grandkids and nieces and cousins and all that stuff. They'll be coming over your houses on the weekends, and some people don't like sitting in the house. Like me, I sit in the house all the time if I don't go to the library, and like when I be hearing stuff on Instagram and stuff about programs, I go to them.
Right. That's really smart.
We actually use both in the library. And Iran, which is our manager, and Noam upload for the Facebook and Instagram accounts. But the Facebook is like more active because like most of our crowd, the people who came here, like there, not in the chat, and our like parents with kids, so they're using Facebook, which we have about 1,200 followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
And in Instagram, it's like more about our friends, the volunteers that want to know what's happening.
So, question for Noam and Tomer. So, what is the name of your volunteer group in Israel? And then tell us how many, I keep wanting to say departments, how many teams do you have?
Do you want me to explain it, or? Okay, sure. So in our volunteering program, there is a group of team managers who are called the Beehive, and so the Beehive are a certain amount of workers or volunteers, and every volunteer in that group is responsible for managing a team works on one specialty about the library. So like Tomer's team is games and workshop department, and she manages it. So right now I'm not a team manager, but last year I was a team manager of the media and marketing department.
Okay.
And so I was responsible for all the social medias and the posting, stuff like that. And there's more about more specialties and stuff like that. We have 8 departments like that this year, and it may vary throughout the years.
So for the East 131 leaders, somebody tell me, or anybody, let's just talk about really quick before we end our segment. What team could you see yourself managing? You know, what interests you? What would be of interest to you as you continue to lead?
About the teams, like, but
Yeah.
so there's like my team, which makes the regular activities and book reading and crafts. There is another team which is about the holidays and making a big project, and there's a team called Games Development, which is about a huge project about making escape room, human monopoly, and things like that.
Yep.
The media marketing, as Nam explained, the community team, which love to do good thing for the community, for the soldier, for the cancer kids, and yeah.
There's more of these, but Tomer forgot to mention our talents department. So kids who may not find themselves in fit for any other team, they can go to that team called talents. Talents. And there they can produce programs and initiatives of what they are interested in.
Talents is more about singing and dancing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, getting back to the question, what do you guys think you can take upon yourselves?
I think that a lot of the volunteers, a lot of my friends that go here, they like to play games. Every time I come to the library, all these chairs be full of nothing but people playing games and YouTube. That's it.
Right.
So a lot of kids probably will be interested in making gaming programs and stuff like that. Me personally, I like designing stuff.
Okay.
That's
and building
nice.
stuff. So, something different besides gaming. And I think most of the boys will do some gaming stuff, maybe something that got something to do with sports or building stuff, example Minecraft or something like that.
Right.
And other girls would be interested in designing things, girly maybe making not bracelets and stuff like that, but maybe something that got something to do with clothes, designing t-shirts or something like that.
So you would want to manage design.
Okay, so
fashion.
right now we don't have that kind of volunteers. Most of our volunteers interested in the teams we have, and so Elan is in charge of these design things. But I think you would love to get some help.
Yeah.
That sounds good. So Brittany, what do you think you can manage? Where would you see yourself?
I would see myself helping these young men do more than playing games on the computer every single day. I would see, I don't know how to say this, but I will take them around the neighborhood, community, to basketball games.
You have community outreach, right?
Yeah.
So
Great.
you might want to talk to Tomar and Noam about their community team and what they do in Beit She'an. That was good.
We can explain it a little bit if you guys want.
You can.
Sure. Okay. So the whole point of it is to that team specializes in creating programs inside the library. So the team creates a program in the library, and they choose a place from outside of Beit She'an or outside the library at all to go to and have that program over there. So say like we have a book reading workshop. So sometimes that team will have it in another like a school, or even like in a department of kids who are ill, and stuff like that.
So have any of you thought of any names with Miss Marina? Like, if you could name your volunteer program, which I'm sure you'll be able to. What's some names have you thought about?
Oh, that's interesting.
Let's do 131st. Let's see.
Volunteers.
No, that's kind of a little corny. That's a little corny. Let's see.
The Learning Squad.
The Learning Squad?
Oh, that's even more
The volunteer squad.
That's not corny. That's better than that.
I like. They all sound good to me. What else?
Yeah, that's a process, guys. It's really difficult.
The little teams. Ooh. The volunteer. No. The volunteer teams gang. No, that don't sound right.
Hard work on community volunteers.
Hard work.
No,
The
all
best
work on
volunteers and
community
people.
volunteers.
All work, community volunteers.
Yeah.
I like. You guys got some great ideas. I just want to get your brain going really quick, right? I wanted you guys to just think
The what? The
about it.
what?
The volunteer.
The volunteers.
Yeah, just
Ooh.
organize
Yeah, chocolate. That's what I said now.
I like that. The volunteers. What's up? The volunteers.
Nice.
Don't remember the volunteers.
That sounds like a gang almost.
It sounds like a catchy name, right?
Yeah.
I like you like it.
Volunteers.
I think it sounds cool.
Oh, that's nice.
The volunteer.
That's nice.
Okay.
Huh.
I think I like that.
Okay, one last question. I need somebody to tell me if money was not an object, and you could have whatever program you wanted to have at your neighborhood branch, what would it be?
Okay, first
Learning.
I think a lot of kids like they just want to go home and play games. So maybe we should do something like make them want to learn more than like what they want to learn now. Besides 2K and Fortnite.
So what would you bring to the library? Like, what if money was not an object and you wanted to have some type of program or bring a person here for an author for a program, anything?
Ooh,
If money was not an option.
Oh, if it wasn't an option, we talking about unlimited, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
so let's do this. Let's put maybe like a lot of girls like to dance, so let's do a dancing coach or something like that.
Ooh.
Okay.
Like an author
Nice.
for like famous books. Like
And maybe you can like read a couple of books and stuff. You know, a lot of books actually starting to be a little interesting now. Well, a little bit
Okay.
more.
Okay, so I said that was the last question, but really this is the last question right here. So, tell me one thing that you've learned so far from the Israel delegation, from your new friends.
I learned that they actually got similar likes from Israel and Cleveland, but at the same time they got something different. Like when I hear people talk about like when they got something that we don't have, and sometimes people think it's like ungrateful. Like it kind of is, because they got something that we don't got, and when I look at things and stuff like that,
Yeah, I see it.
it made me want to help.
Aw.
That's good.
Well,
Anybody?
just a quick point about that. Like, don't take that as a bad thing. I mean, you guys have like all the ages here. Like, you guys are really young. We have like our teams really divided, and there's a special team for around the age of 12 and 13. So seeing more of you guys at those ages here is really nice. So don't take that as a bad thing. Like, you are really just, there's more diversion here. I see that. And if I could take something from here, is really the energy. Like, you guys are really connected. I can see that. And trying to get people together, so we'll have like I guess more like fun stuff to have with our volunteers, like volunteers with volunteers. So and that's really nice. I like this. Okay, continue. Sorry.
No, you're good. This is great. I want to thank you guys. All of this is made possible by the Cleveland Public Library and the Jewish Federation of Cleveland. So I just want to thank all of you guys for joining us. You could be at home in the bed, but you are here at the library. So thank you.
Yeah.